All right, let's dive into the amazing story behind Janmashtami. It's one of the most colorful and joyful festivals out there, right? But the story behind it, well, it doesn't start with joy at all. It actually kicks off with a super scary prophecy, a truly cruel king, and a single birth that was, destined to change the entire world. So this really gets you thinking, doesn't it? How on earth did a dark prophecy, one that predicted a king's death, turn into this massive worldwide festival of pure joy? I mean, it's a fascinating question. And to get to the bottom of it, we've got to go all the way back to the start. Okay, so let's set the scene. Forget celebrations for a minute. Our story starts in a kingdom that's just completely gripped by fear. We're talking about a place ruled with an iron fist by a total tyrant. And really, it's this darkness that sets the stage for something truly divine to happen. So picture this. We're in the ancient city of Mathura, and the guy in charge is this super oppressive ruler, King Kansa. Seriously, his people lived in constant fear. When you heard the name Kansa, you didn't think king, you thought cruelty. That's how bad it was. Then, boom, one day, Kansa hears this voice, a divine prophecy coming right from the heavens, and it basically seals his fate. The warning it gives is so specific it's chilling. It says, "Your own sister, Devaki, her eighth son is the one who will bring about your death." And Kansa just loses it. He is so consumed by terror that he does something absolutely unthinkable. He takes his own sister, Devaki, and her husband, Vasudeva, and locks them away in the deepest, darkest dungeon he has. Any sense of family, of loyalty, it's just gone, wiped out by pure fear. And this is where things get truly nightmarish. Kansa's cruelty just hits an unbelievable peak. Every single time Devaki gave birth in that horrible, cold cell, Kansa would come, snatch the baby, and kill it. He murdered their first 7 children, 7, one by one. He was just desperately, brutally trying to outrun a destiny he couldn't escape. So you can just imagine the years of despair that passed in that prison. It must have felt hopeless. But then, one stormy night, everything is about to change. The absolute deepest darkness is about to be shattered by this incredible, divine light. So let's paint the picture. We're on the 8th day of the month of Bhadrapada. The night is dark, it's stormy. It feels completely hopeless, especially inside that prison in Mathura. You can just hear the wind howling and the rain pounding against the walls. And then, right in the middle of all that darkness, something absolutely extraordinary happens. A blinding, beautiful light just floods the prison cell. It completely cuts through the gloom, and for the first time in years, a glimmer of hope finally breaks through. And right at that exact moment, Devaki gives birth to her 8th son. This is him, the child destined to finally end Kansa's reign of terror. The one who was prophesied to bring balance back to the world. Sri Krishna, he's finally here. And the moment he's born, miracles just start happening all around them. The chains that were binding his parents, they just fall away. The huge, heavy prison doors, they swing wide open on their own. And every single guard in the whole fortress, they all fall into this deep, magical sleep. Just like that, the path is clear. But okay, the baby isn't safe yet, not by a long shot. A divine voice speaks to Vasudeva and tells him, "You have to take the child across the river, to the village of Gokul." And this kicks off one of the most dangerous, secret journeys you can imagine, completely against all odds. Think about what Vasudeva had to do. His mission was incredibly dangerous. He gently places the newborn Krishna into a basket and just walks out into that raging storm. He gets to the Yamuna River, which is completely overflowing, and then the waters part for him. It's a miracle. He crosses over, gets to the village of Gokul, finds his friend Nanda's house, and there he carefully swaps his son with their newborn daughter. And then, his mission done, he has to race all the way back to the prison and get back inside before a single person wakes up. It's just unbelievable. And he wasn't alone on this journey. He had divine protection the whole way. As Vasudeva is wading through that river, the great serpent Sheshnag actually rises up from the water. He spreads his massive hood and forms like a giant umbrella over the basket, protecting the baby Krishna from all that heavy rain. What an incredible image, right? So when you put it all together, this incredible night full of miracles, this
unbelievably daring escape, and of course, this divine birth. That right there is the foundation. It's the entire reason why millions and millions of people celebrate this festival all over the world today.
And that, of course, brings us right to Janmashtami. So what is it exactly? Well, it's the annual Hindu festival that celebrates this very moment, the birth of Krishna, who we know as the 8th avatar or incarnation of the god Vishnu. But it's more than that, you know? It's really a celebration of good winning out over evil, of light pushing back the darkness, and of hope being born in the last place you'd ever expect. So when you think about it, this ancient story leaves us with a really powerful question to ponder. How can the birth of a single child become this huge, universal symbol of hope? The hope that one day all injustice will end? Maybe the answer is that it's a reminder for all of us. A reminder that even when things seem their absolute darkest, one single spark of divine light is all it takes to signal a brand new